Hey everybody, this is Doug with Artfully Rogue, and I am back in Spain, and I am trying to do some work on my little workspace here. Whether you realize it or not, I am spending half my time in Spain, half my time in Arizona. And when I'm here, I want to try to find some way to, still build things. And so I thought it'd be kind of fun to buy a whole bunch of things from Temu, which is kind of an app-based retail space, similar to Amazon, or something I think that was once called Wish. You order it, they send it. It's all from China, so quality is definitely not, their top priority. Low cost is. So I picked up a few tools that I thought would be kind of fun to try. Some I thought, oh, these will be very useful. Others I thought, this is kind of an interesting thing, and I want to buy it just to see what it is. So let me show you what I bought, and I'll kind of walk you through the process of how I bought them, or what I maybe some tips or tricks on, if you plan to use anything from Temu. So come check this out over here. So I have several items here. I have some drill bits that I had, that I ordered. This, I don't know, kind of looks like wire cutters or whatever. For me, they just kind of look spacey. I thought those were kind of interesting. I'll show you those in a little bit. Just a punch. This is one of those items that I definitely need here working with metal, and I figured I'd give their version of a shot. You got to figure these are probably like Harbor Freight tools. This is a, I guess you could call it a square. It is metal. I like the idea that maybe you could put it on the edge of something, and you can get both sides, but we'll look at that here in a second. These are interesting. I don't even know what the hell you call it, but I'll show you this in a second. And then I got some bigger items. So let's go ahead and just start with a few of these, and well, I'll just show you. So this is a clamp that'll allow you to hold two pieces together to create a 90. Now, already I can tell you this is just super cheap. It's all made out of plastic, so this is definitely not something that would probably be good for me, in the sense that it's I'm welding, and this plastic, it'll be gone in a second. I notice that as you pull that back, it keeps catching, and so it gets hard, so you have to keep adjusting. But here's something I did find that was kind of interesting. This one seems to go back a little bit better. But here's what I found was kind of interesting. Let me take a couple of pieces of wood, and we'll put one here. And let's put one here. Let me open these up a little bit more. It's an interesting idea. Now, honestly, I mean, if they had this in metal, I think this would be kind of cool, which I know they do. I mean, in other venues. It looks like they have an area for you to secure it to your desk, but it does make a 90. But again, let me show you what's kind of cool here. Not something I would probably use, but this little dial here allows you to change the angle, right? So maybe you're not doing a 45, maybe you're doing something else. Sorry for the background noise, I'm still in the city here, so you're gonna have some of that. But overall, this is definitely what you would expect from a very cheap purchase. If you're doing wood, maybe this will last for just a little bit. Maybe you just do arts and crafts. This could help you along the way. It has, a measurement for meters and centimeters here, which I'm assuming, no, here's inches over here. So you have inches and you have centimeters. But I do like this feature. So who knows, maybe we'll try to recreate this someday, a metal version. That would be kind of an interesting build, I think. So let me show you the next one. Okay, so this next item that I purchased actually seems pretty good. These are corners, 45-degree corners. They're made out of aluminum, so they're nice and solid. You get 2 per box. This is kind of the same thing as before, where your increments are in inches on one side and they are in centimeters on the other side. You get 4 of these L bolts, some handles, and then you get also these brackets, which are also aluminum. But now let's see how they work. Again, I'm going to take the same pieces, and if I'm not mistaken, you line your piece up here. Let me just get some of this other stuff out of the way. And let's say, for example, you drop that in here. This maybe puts in here. Does that seem right? Sorry if my hand is in the way. Let's do the same thing here. And then we'll put that together. And then we'll just line this up. Make your 90. Tighten. And I think this actually seems nice and secure. Now see, this I can see using. This seems very solid. This is a definitely decent plan. You clamp, both your pieces together. You can still get in here and weld. Obviously, you probably wouldn't want to weld on the inside because you don't want to damage the aluminum. But realistically, it seems solid enough. It's not flimsy. It's definitely holding. And so, yeah, I think this was a good purchase. This one I'm probably going to use. I'm glad for this purchase. I'll give you the price here in the screen so you can see what I paid for it on each one of these products. But this one, I would say, is good. Let's take a look at another one. Okay, so here is a measuring device. Appears to be aluminum. Again, this is all centimeters here. All centimeters here. So this one's completely metric. One of the reasons why I thought this would be kind of cool is on occasions, you need to measure a 45. And now you can measure up and you can measure across at the same time, which for me, I think is kind of cool. I don't know. I think it's a good way to measure around the corner, kind of, you know that you're lined up on both sides. But maybe I'll use this, maybe I won't, I don't know. The other item is a punch, and I think we all know what a punch is for. This I picked up specifically because I needed a punch, but this reminds me specifically of, like, anything from Harbor Freight. You definitely get, I don't know if you can see that there, maybe not, but it's very, very, so it does punch. That was just once, so you can see the double punch definitely helps a little bit. So that works. I mean, that's pretty simple. The knurled grip helps. I also know that this came with an extra piece, so I can replace that if I need to, which is nice. I don't know if that's possible on, say, the Harbor Freight version, but yeah, that's a tool that I'll probably use. That's good for marking. And again, I'll leave the price. Okay, so the next one I thought was kind of cool, and I bought this totally because of the way it looked. It's not because I need it. It's not because it's something I want to add to my collection for any particular reason, but it just looks cool. And I thought well, let's just get it to review it and kind of take a look at it. So it is a combination set of pliers. So it has the knurled grip here. You have the wire strippers here. If you have a small hex nut, so if you have a small hex nut here, you can actually use those. It looks like this is a cutting blade for something. This is what I thought was interesting, is if you have wire that you want to strip the sheathing off of, that you simply put the wire in here. This, I don't know if you can see it here, this little point will slice that wire, and the roller allows you just to pull straight through. This area here looks like it would crimp small fittings. This looks like you could shear a small bolt, kind of like your regular crimpers at home if you have a set of those. I still have yet to figure out what this is. Oh wait, I did see in the video that if you put your copper wires through there, that you can then, you know, twist them. So, well, there's that. I mean, we'll see. I'm not sure it's something I'm going to use much, but I did think it was kind of cool. It's got a locking device, and there you go. So again, we'll see what happens. So here are those drill bits. So the drill bits I totally bought because I thought they would be kind of interesting. They almost have kind of like a masonry type shaft, but then look at the tip. Now it says that these are good for stainless. There is no freaking way that these are good for stainless. Stainless will eat these up for lunch. Now it does say concrete. Now I could see that maybe, but let's try to drill through some steel and see if it will at least try to get through steel. So I'm going to try to test concrete. I'm going in through the end because I don't want to damage the face if I can help it. Well, it does kind of get through this brick. Now this is kind of a soft brick, I'm sure. Maybe it would do concrete as well, but let's take a look. I mean, this is wood. Like, it seems to me that it's battling to get through. Yeah, it does go through the wood, it does go through the brick, but now let's try the metal. Yeah, I didn't think so. There's no way this stuff goes through stainless if it can't get through this 16 gauge core 10. So yeah, these, big fail. They look cool. Maybe they'll become a piece of art, but they're definitely not going to be used as drill bits, or at least not very often. Maybe if I do a wooden project or something, but yeah, these are pathetic. But I'm not surprised. These are, I don't even know what the hell you call them. They're low heat, and apparently you just need a lighter and you can actually weld with it. That's what it says. I have my doubts, of course, but let's try it and see what happens. Okay, so I have a piece of steel here. It has a hole in it. According to the advertisement, you just need a lighter. So I have a lighter here. Hopefully that's going to be enough power. And then that is what you need. Something dripped off of there. Maybe I'll just try to fill this hole. I mean, considering where this is coming from, I would not be surprised. Come on now. All right, so apparently I don't have a single lighter in the house, but what we're going to try is we're going to try to use this to to fill. I guess that helped. Okay, so it does drip into this location. It definitely doesn't weld to the piece underneath it, but can you see that? It kind of filled it. Now, it kind of just wiped away just now. Maybe it takes a moment to, I'm sure my thumb is going to fall off my hand at some point because of whatever toxic materials are in there. Maybe that's just a flux. I'm going to hope it's just a flux. But I tell you what, let me get a grinder and we're going to grind to see what happens. All right, let's give this a shot. Well, it's very soft, super soft. This section here seems kind of hard, but even it's all very brittle. You can push it right out. Yeah, that's a bunch of crap. That's a bunch of crap. This is what it looks like. You see that? Sorry for my mangled thumb there. I drove a drill bit into it the other day, or a couple weeks ago. But yeah, that's what that stuff is. Maybe if you have a broken pot lid or something, maybe it works. Okay, and so the last and final item that I actually have is this little tiny welder. I mean, literally, it is so small. I mean, it fits in the palm of my hand almost. I just thought this was kind of a cute little welder, so I freaking bought it. Seriously, a waste of my money and my time, I'm sure, because I don't do much stick welding. As you can see, this is a 220 setup. That's what's here in Spain, is the 220. But yeah, you get your ground wire, and you also get kind of the standard wire brush that comes with a lot of cheap welders. You get the electrode holder. Let's go ahead and get this set up and let's see how it works. Like I said, I just got it because it's small and it's kind of cute. All right, so looks like you got your amps. You can crank it all the way up to 140. All right, let's see what happens. Well, seems like any other stick welder. Obviously, I'm doing this on wood, so it's not the best thing to do. But, like I said, it does in fact work, so that's kind of cool. Now, don't blast me for my technique. I'm not a stick welder. But hey, that works. Like I said, don't blast me for my technique. Stick welding is not my thing, but it definitely welds that metal. Okay, so there you go. That was my attempt at buying something from Temu to see if I can add to my little workspace here in Spain. Obviously, if quality is your big concern, I wouldn't probably shop at Temu. Although the little welder worked, and the 90 brackets, I think those are going to be fine. Maybe the wire cutters, we'll have to see that happens over time. But, you know, check back periodically on this particular video. My cable is caught down below, sorry. So check back periodically. I have all kinds of projects going on. Like right now I'm doing a metal sculpture of a horse and a knight. There are some other projects laying about that we're working on. A friend of mine who is here in Spain grew up on an island called Formentera, and just created that for him. There's LED lights that come in behind that. So we'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.